So I'm thinking of doing a series of analysis videos for certain people for a certain anime, and the first one I think is going to be is Meruem. Meruem is actually one of my favorite villains in all of fiction just because he's written so well. And in today's video I'm going to explain to you why he's written so well and why I like him so much. So without further ado, start the Okay, ever since we were introduced to Meruem, he was always meant to be the perfect offspring. That was always what was expected of him. He was supposed to be the king of everything, and he showed strong signs of that the second he was born. Because immediately after being born, he let his mom die, and the first thing he ordered was for more food. And even right before he was born, his mom tried to stop him because she didn't think he was perfect enough to be born yet. But instead of listening to her, he simply told her silence, which is crazy because he wasn't even born yet. Can you imagine that? Imagine being a mother and your unborn son tells you to shut up before he's even born. So Meruem was that disrespectful before even coming out of the womb, and that's how you know he was going to be a very brutal king. So after that, he went around killing kings just to dominate his power and show them who's really in charge. At this point, he had no mercy for humans, and he even liked torturing them as he killed an innocent child with no mercy. If that's not brutal, then I don't know what is, because the second he killed that child, he started to consume it. This really goes to show what kind of character Meruem was when we first got introduced to him. And a lot of anime villains aren't shown like this, which is what I really truly appreciate about Meruem, because the second he's born, he demands respect and he admires power. So fast forward to when he's playing Gunji and he's finally introduced to Komaji. Meruem is actually very impressed with Komaji because she's able to actually keep up with him in Gunji while nobody else has been able to. He's gone against some of the best players in the world and none of them have been able to compare to her. And this actually started upsetting Meruem. It upset him to the point that he wanted to break her resolve. So he made a deal with her. He promised that if she won against him again, she would be able to get anything within his power, but if he won, she would lose a limb. And this is the moment Meruem started changing as a character, because Komaji agreed with only one condition, that he wouldn't take any part of her limbs, that he would only take her head. And this baffled Meruem, because he originally thought that all humans would succumb to fear and desire, and he did not believe that a small girl like her was able to actually take him on. But he couldn't believe the conviction of this small little girl who he could easily kill without any remorse. She said, "Take my arms, take my legs, no, take my head, because I refuse to lose in Gunji." Because to Komaji, Gunji was her life, and she was very much willing to sacrifice her life to make sure she always won. And this is what really made Meruem respect Komaji, a human, because he eventually learned that no amount of power he had was going to be able to beat Komaji in Gunji. A small fragile girl beat Meruem, the king of the ants, and he had nothing but respect for her. He had another change of heart when Poof told him that certain people became rulers of the people through connections or bloodlines instead of power. Meruem couldn't believe this, and he viewed this as defying all logic. And this is another part of Meruem's life where he really got good character development, because after gaining an understanding of how unfair human society is, he really wanted to change that. He wanted an equal society where the concept of inequality would be completely forgotten. So the version of Meruem that completely believed that power controlled all, that completely disappeared after learning about this. This completely changed his mindset about power, because instead of using his power to torment the defeated, he decided to use his power to protect the weak who deserve to live. And that's a big change from the Meruem that would just consume humans with no mercy. Meruem even started questioning his own change when he started to protect Komaji. The whole reason he was going to meet her in the first place when she was getting attacked by the birds was that he was supposed to kill her. But instead of killing her, he saved her, which was very unlike Meruem. A king that could defeat the strongest creature can't even defeat the weakest creature. That says a lot about HxH's writing, and I really think that should be respected more. Fast forward to his fight with Netero, and he really did start to respect humans a whole lot more than he already did. The more he fought with Netero, the more he realized that the more humans break past their limits, they could become something great. And Meruem very much respected this tenacity. This changed him because instead of thinking of humans as mere fodder or food, he thought of a coexistence with the humans and ants, where humans are picked and controlled for their quality. I really like this character development of Meruem because, like I said, he went from a monster to a person that's really respectful of humans humans, and he definitely admires them to an extent. He now believes that strength itself doesn't define the worth of a human, that humans don't need physical strength to be strong, as proven by Komeiji. This shows to me that Meruem is becoming more and more human as time goes on, and I couldn't help but respect that. Meruem truly has some of the best character development in fiction, and that's honestly not even debatable. Now let's go on back to the fight. When Nintendo activated the Rose Bomb, this was the first time that Meruem had truly experienced fear. Meruem, the king of ants, now stands in fear as one of the strongest humans in HxH. And nobody expected this. Not even Meruem expected this. Not me, not you, and not Meruem. Meruem was born into the world thinking he was the best, but he was proven wrong on multiple occasions. Realizing that he was going to die to the bomb thanks to the poison, he truly admitted defeat to the hands of a human. Meruem had nothing but respect for the humans and admitted that humanity had won. The king of the ants had truly lost to humanity. And to think, the most prideful, powerful, and confident person in HxH was able to change and develop this much in such a short amount of time. King Meruem. He went from thinking of humans as fodder and food to respectful people that can surpass their limits. He went from wanting to torment them to wanting to protect them. How can you not respect that? He threw away his pride and he admitted defeat. He even kneeled to Palm, a former human, and he pleaded that he be allowed to meet Komeiji one last time. He kneeled to a human, and his last wish was to be able to spend his dying moments with a human girl. And this is the moment that Meruem, the king of the ants, turned into a human. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. I greatly appreciate that. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos like this. I would also really like feedback if you guys did enjoy the video, so please leave a comment below. It'll really tell me if you guys really want this serious or not. So without further ado, I will see you guys later. Bye guys.